Okay, so we're just going to hold off Joe here because we're going to wait till he gets a battery in. Alright, so we've been wrestling with this thing for quite some time. All three of us. For hours. Literally hours. As you saw, huh?
2 o'clock.
Well, what time is it now? 7?
Yep.
7 o'clock. So 2 to 7. Holy mother. It's what? 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces and a few pieces of plastic, some screws and some bolts. And I'm going to show you. For all that time, and I know what the problem was. The new one is actually a little shorter than that one, and it just made it so much harder to get in. All three of us had to work on this thing, and I don't know whether they made it shorter on purpose or whether it was naturally shorter. I think it should have been. We ended up stretching it, right? We hooked it up and we stretched it to get it into place, which created some other problems for the cowling, the very expensive plastic pieces that we put on brand new because the other ones were burned out. Timothy got violent with it and broke it, didn't you? Goddamn Sasquatch blood. Anyway, yeah, Sasquatch blood. I like my purple protector. Ever in my life said to you, go die in a hole? You're not very nice to me, Tim. I'm going to need some antifreeze in that thing now. So anyways, PowerTech 8.1 liter John Deere engine. Anyway, so this thing has been just an absolute nightmare to get it together. I ended up getting it clamped fast, obviously, and this clamp was riding the lip. So I ended up smacking it with a hammer and a punch to get it where it belonged. So now we've got all that done. We've got the fan in, the brand new belt on, the cowling on, this little thing here that Timothy flipped shit about because I don't know where it went, you know, that kind of thing. You know, when you're young, you're just a pain in the ass. So yeah, so we've got everything on. It's nice and black. I guess, nice and black. It's related to Joe, and you know, he's black. You're just half black, right? You got the curly hair. That's just terrible. No, yeah, it's okay. We know his relatives. Yeah, Tim's got purple protector relatives, and Joe's got black relatives, right?
Yeah, from my real dad.
Yeah, we shaved him when he was a pup. You coming to kick my ass? Oh, Sasquatch power. Anyway, I think we got all the tools ready to go. Tim, go ahead and fire it up and let's see what we got. Joe, put these things away.
He likes to leave tools where he works, so there might be something in the way here. Do not turn that over till I say it's okay.
Just do it. Seems quieter. I already grabbed them. It's up and under there. I'm hoping it kind of, but it's okay where it is. It actually is lined up. I got the rubber grommet. I put new ones in there and here, so it's where it belongs. Hey, you forgot to tighten these up. Now you missed them. All right, I'll get a wrench. So anyway, all right, go ahead, shut it off. We'll put the hood on. I gotta tighten that thing up, so we might as well just video this thing that's about to happen with the hood.
What did I loosen?
You didn't do anything, Tim did it. I think it's 9/16, right?
What did I loosen? Where does this wrench set go?
Fuck, it's a half.
Dad,
Huh?
where does this wrench set go, the cloth?
Oh, that and the blue one go in this one drawer. Up higher. You get them both?
Just the one.
Why not the other?
Wouldn't fit.
Huh?
Would not fit.
What we need to do is...
Oh, no, I just never tightened this. So,
Remember to level the box. Alright, me and Tim will do the hood. Get the rest of these tools put away for you.
You don't want something. I'll do it for you.
Where'd all my hand wrenches go? I'd like to know. All my regular Craftsman half-inch wrenches, where'd they go? Ready?
Right.
Got this? Alright.
What are you using for?
Got it. But nothing on the back side. Yeah, soups up.
This little yellow DeWalt box is yours.
Okay, it's on the chair.
Okay.
What size is that? What is it?
What?
What's old about it?
Look at it. It's all rusted. Looks old.
Huh. You got the right wrench for that front one? Huh? Yeah, it's 18 mil. Yeah, this one here. What size is that? 15?
You're on camera.
Huh?
What?
I don't care.
All right.
Go fast forward.
Oh, then should that old adjustable wrench go back in Grandpa's truck as well?
No.
No?
I don't think so. I got a 15 right here. I don't think it's a 16.
Okay, so now that the very expensive exhaust pipe is up and on the 7810, it is much quieter inside the cab. It's kind of weird that it would be quieter, but not really. You know, you get used to things when they're broken and you don't know that they're broken. Well, this thing was actually broken and leaking exhaust underneath the cab. Not in a large volume of gas, but there was quite a bit going in there. Obviously, it was enough to cause the sound of that tractor to be louder. Yes, that thing was very expensive. It was $2,000, obviously. You saw it yesterday's video. And no, there's no other place you can go to get this exhaust pipe made that it would be cheaper, because it is actually a double pipe. You have the inside pipe with no baffles, and then there's this glass material that they put on the inside of the secondary or the outer pipe. So what muffler shop is going to build something like that for, you know, that's a custom built pipe. It's going to cost a lot of friggin' money. I'm not doing stainless steel. The pipe the down tube that comes off the muffler is a corrugated stainless steel pipe. And it is kind of weird that they would even bother with stainless steel with mild steel end on one end and a section of mild steel in the middle between the stainless steel flexi tube and the flange, because that's what it was. It was really kind of weird. The reason they do use stainless steel is because stainless steel allows heat and exhaust to flow faster than mild steel. It sheds heat very quickly. Of course, there is that boot that's on there, and you know, that heat shield boot. It's all like I'd say it's fiberglass. It's not asbestos. I don't think they're allowed to use asbestos anymore. But it seemed like it was this fiberglass fiber, you know, without the resin, obviously. And yeah, it worked pretty good. So, I'm catching a lot of flack for the straight pipe on the skid steer. The reason there's a straight pipe on the skid steer is because I don't sit in that machine for hours and hours on end. And the muffler alone on that skid steer was over $1,000. And then, of course, I had to get the pipe. And, by the time I was done for that little muffler piece, and even the stainless steel section that I just replaced with the flexi pipe, galvanized flexible pipe, that thing was like $400. I could not believe the cost on that exhaust system for that little skid steer. So, when you get in a skid steer and you're going to operate it for 10, 15 minutes, no big deal. You don't even need earplugs. But if I do get in it for any more than, say, 15, 20 minutes, I put earplugs in. If I go to load a load of hay, which takes me about 25 minutes, I'm putting earplugs in to run the thing. Did I like the fact that I had to straight pipe it? No. Did I do it because I wanted to be cool and make a lot of noise? Well, no. But there were some benefits to it. Better fuel consumption, and I don't have an overheating problem like I had before with the muffler and stuff on there. That machine, if you didn't run it wide open, it would overheat and then lock everything. You couldn't move. It just wouldn't move. So that was the benefits of putting that straight pipe on there. So I'm not really contradicting myself. I wasn't happy about doing it. I didn't make a big deal of it. I just did it. So anyways, thanks for watching, and please comment, rate, and subscribe.